Hey kids, welcome back to Show and Tell. I've been tinkering more with Astraltopia and honestly I've been having a blast with it, so I'm now gonna force more Ogdo content down your throats, and if I hear one complaint from any of you, I'm turning this goddamn car around and we aren't getting any McDonald's. Alright, got it? We're gonna start things off with a manageable but bricked hand. We haven't opened any of our starters of course being Nunu, Snake Rain, and Small World because he can get to Nunu. But we have opened Nauya, Coatl, and Night Sword Serpent. Really, the only things that matter here is that we have Nauya, a level 4 extender, and a normal summon. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Night Sword Serpent after using Nauya to get Keurse into the grave. Keurse is going to tribute the normal summon to bring back Nunu, or Nauya rather, which is going to grab Serpent Strike. We're going to special our level 4 extender, and then make Utopic Sage, which will detach 2 to summon Ascend Sage. Then we'll activate Serpent Strike, send the Keurse to the grave, and bring back any level 4. We'll make Utopia, search Hyper Rank up, make Chaos Utopia Ray, rank up for Dragonar, and then Dragonar is going to summon during our turn Leo Ray, which will equip with Pegasus Twin Saber. And then during our opponent's turn, your choice of either Stealth Kraken or Hope Harbinger. Here I'm going to go for Hope Harbinger. And we'll attach whatever we summon with a material. Now, here is our standard 1.5 card combo. All we need is Nunu and any reptile. It could be literally any reptile in the deck as long as it's not Nunu or Zohah. Well, you can live with Zohah too, but that's a little funky. Just as long as it's not another copy of Nunu, we're fine. We'll pitch Nunu to mill Zohah, and then use Zohah to pitch the random reptile for Zohah. Special summon Nunu. Overlay for King of the Fairlands, which will grab Nauya. Nauya is going to grab Keurse, and Keurse will tribute the King to special itself and summon another copy of Nauya. Nauya is going to grab Water Lily, which will Foolish for Night Sword Serpent and reborn Zohah, and because we had 5 names when Zohah, Night Sword Serpent, Nunu, King, and Coatl. Then we're going to trigger the Night Sword Serpent in the same chain as Zohah. Special summon the Night Sword Serpent, search for Aron, and our opponent's going to draw and discard. We will activate Utopic Sage for Ascend Sage, then overlay for Utopia. Utopia is going to grab Hyper Rank up Utopia Force. We'll make Utopia Ray, and then rank up into Dragonar. Dragonar is going to be summoning something, but first we'll use Aron to summon itself. We'll summon Leo Ray. Leo Ray will be detaching to equip Pegasus Twin Saber, and during our opponent's turn we'll be grabbing Hope Harbinger. And we'll give it material, just for good measure. Now, even if you find Nunu, you do have to be ready for finding Nunu with literally no other reptiles that we can discard that aren't named Nunu. So here's what you do in that case. We'll pitch Nunu to mill Keurse, Zohah rather. Zohah is going to normal summon itself. We'll special Nunu. Overlay for King of the Fairlands, we're going to grab Nauya. Nauya is going to pitch itself for Keurse. Keurse is going to tribute off the King of the Fairlands and then reborn Nauya. Nauya is going to be grabbing Serpent Strike. We're going to activate Serpent Strike and then activate its effect to summon back Zohah. And here is where things can split off. We're always adding Aron. That's not a question. However, how far we're allowed to go changes based on how much of Ogdoadic Serpent Strike our opponent reads. If they send a monster card from their hand to the graveyard for Serpent Strike will allow us to get a lot further than we normally would, but they don't always have to do that. Here I'll be showing you what happens if they will mill Night Sword Serpent using Serpent Strike, which will summon itself. Then we'll overlay for Utopic Sage, summon Ascend Sage, and make Utopia, grabbing the rank up magic, making Utopia Ray, and then ranking up into Dragonar. Dragonar is going to detach 2 to summon Leo Ray, which will attach Pegasus Twin Saber, and then during our opponent's turn, we will be summoning a copy of Hope Harbinger, and getting into material just because. Now here we're going to take a look at what happens if our opponent is not on super heavy samurai or just reads our card. they'll discard a spell, which means that we're going to make... Now, this Nauya will get banished when it leaves the field, and I don't really want that to happen, so we're going to overlay for King of the Fair Limbs. I'm just going to burn a king here, grab coatl, special coatl, and here I'm just going to tribute both of those off for Aron the Ogdoadic King, and that's the turn. It's a really lackluster setup, and it spends a decent amount of resources, but you don't really care about anything but the King of the Fair Limbs that you just went through, because you could just get it back from your graveyard anyway. You have also fixed your opponent's hand for them to a degree, which really sucks, so probably don't do this line if you have the ability not to. Any rank 4 extender can get you out of a position where you have to make this board, but if you have to, and sooner or later you will have to, it's better than passing your turn on nothing. Now here we're going to be looking at that same setup of Nunu without a profitable discard, and by profitable discard I mean any discard that's a reptile. But we're going to add Astraltopia to the mix here, because this is just a really good extender. We're going to start off like normal: Nunu, pitch Zohah, Zohah, add back, normal summon Zohah, special summon Nunu, overlay for King of the Fair Limbs. Here we're going to special Astraltopia while we have an Xyz on the field. Then we're going to grab Nauya. Nauya is going to mill Keurse. Keurse is going to tribute the king to summon itself and summon back Nauya. And here Nauya is going to be grabbing Water Lily. Now you might notice that because we had to discard a random non-reptile for the Zohah, we only have 3 names in our grave, but Astraltopia is going to fix that. We'll pitch Keurse to grab Xyz import, and then mill Serpent Strike, mill Night Sword Serpent, and then special summon back King of the Fair Limbs using Water Lily, which will then trigger the Night Sword Serpent in a new chain to special itself. Here we're going to overlay both our 2 monsters that will get banished when they leave the field for Utopic Sage, which will be special summoning from deck Ascend Sage. We've got 2 non-number rank 4s, so we'll make Utopic Draco Future, then make Utopia, searching Utopia Force, make Utopia Ray, and then rank up into Dragonar, which will be summoning Leo Ray during our turn. If you think that it's better in the matchup that you're playing where you're getting close to time, you could summon Kragan instead. Anyways, this is, during our opponent's turn, a copy of Hope Harbinger. And all in all, for Nunu and Astraltopia for this 2-card combo, ending on 4 negate, that's it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 negates, 3 monster, 1 spell, and a targeted attach, I think that's pretty solid. Building on combos that aren't bricked, here's what happens if you draw Nunu with a reptile and you manage to open Water Lily instead of having to search it. Here we're going to go through the motions with Zohah and Nunu. We're going to overlay for King of the Fair Limbs, overlay for detach for Nauya. Nauya is going to grab Keurse. Keurse is going to tribute the king to summon itself and then summon back Nauya. Nauya here is going to be grabbing Serpent Strike because we already have Water Lily. We'll activate Serpent Strike, pitching the Keurse to summon back to Zohah. Zohah here is going to be grabbing, always grabbing Aron. Now here we're going to Water Lily, sending Night Sword Serpent, and you have a choice here with the Night Sword Serpent. You can either reborn Aron or King of the Fair Limbs. It's completely up to you. Here I'm going to show you the line that you take if you want to have Aron on the field instead of Utopic Draco Future. We're going to activate Night Sword Serpent to summon itself, then overlay for Utopic Sage. Utopic Sage is going to summon Ascend Sage, which will overlay for Utopia, and we've all seen this about a dozen times by now, I think, between the last 2 videos. We're going to summon Leo Ray, attach Pegasus Twin Saber, and during the opponent's turn, summon Hope Harbinger. So that represents 3 negates, 2 monster, 1 spell, and a hand loop if they search a card. And if any cards are sent to the grave by a card effect, well, any monsters rather, you get to search a lighter dark reptile for follow-up, as well as Foolishing another reptile with Serpent Strike. Now, here is what you do if you want to make Utopic Draco Future. Starts off like normal, exact same setup. You go into King of the Fair Limbs, so we grab Nauya. Nauya pitches itself, send Keurse. Keurse summons itself at Nauya, and then Nauya grabs Serpent Strike Serpent Strike is going to pitch the Curse to summon back Zohah, which will get Aron into the graveyard by adding it and then pitching it. We're going to send Night Sword Serpent. This time we summon King of the Feral Imps. Summon at Night Sword Serpent, make Utopic Sage, detach 2, and summon Send Sage. Then we overlay for Utopic Future, Utopic Draco Future, then we make Utopia, and we all know where this goes from here. Make Dragonar. Dragonar gets Leo Ray. Attached Leo Ray. Equip with Twin Saber. During the opponent's turn, we get access to Hope Harbinger. Here is a slightly different setup. This is what happens if you draw Ascend Sage, Astraltopia, and Nunu, which is a very specific hand. But first we'll special summon Ascend Sage, then mill Zohah with Nauya. With Nunu, we'll pitch anything to add back Zohah, normal summon it, special summon Nunu, we'll grab King of the Feral Imps, grab Nauya. Nauya sends Keurse. Keurse is going to be Tribute Monster, but not before we summon Astraltopia. Keurse is going to bring back the Nauya. Nauya here is going to be grabbing Water Lily, and here Astraltopia is going to be sending Keurse for Exceeding Port. We'll Foolish the Night Sword Serpent, and then reborn King of the Feral Imps. For the Night Sword Serpent is summoned. Utopic Sage summons out Twin Saber, and here we are going to be making Utopia. We'll make F0, then overlay for Utopia Ray, then summon Dragonar. Dragonar is going to be detached 2 for Stealth Kraken, as we have Twin Saber on field already. We'll go ahead and attach Twin Saber to Dragonar, then Dragonar is going to summon Hope Harbinger, and this is a pop, a spell negate, a monster negate, another monster negate, but at point of resolution, and a targeted attach. Not only that, but the Kraken does have a water in the graveyard to float into. Pretty damn good. And I know that everybody's going to be upset if I don't show you something to do with Snake Rain, so here you go. All you need is Snake Rain and 2 discards. We're going to activate Snake Rain, discarding 1. We're going to be here milling Zohah, Nunu, Keurse, and Nauya. We're going to add back the Zohah by pitching the other card, then special summon the Nunu, normal summon the Zohah, and overlay for King of the Feral Imps, which will add us a copy of reptilianne coatl. We'll special the coatl and then tribute the King for Keurse, which will summon back Nauya, which will be grabbing us a copy of Water Lily. We're going to overlay for Utopic Sage because we only have 3 reptile names in the graveyard. So we'll detach 2 for Ascend Sage, and that gives us 5, so Water Lily will be sending Night Sword Serpent and summoning King of the Feral Imps. We'll overlay for F0, and then for Utopic Draco feature, then make Utopia, add Utopia Force, make Utopia Ray, and then rank up into Dragonar, and we'll go ahead and make Utopia Ray, Leo Utopia Ray rather, then attach Twin Saber and pass during our opponent's draw phase. We'll go ahead and summon Hope Harbinger. Now, there is one problem with this board, one very glaring issue. You have noticed, well, you may have noticed, rather, that throughout all of these combos, we don't put up anything that can negate a trap card. And you're probably able to guess where that's going. If your opponent activates Evenly Matched on this board, you do pretty much just lose all of your grind game because you have to banish Keurse or risk having just absolutely no interaction whatsoever for main phase 2. If they do evenly this board, if you know they're on something that really loses to Hope Harbinger, keep that, but usually you're keeping F0. But yeah, you're going to lose Keurse, which is going to lose a lot of your grind game, which will royally suck. If you really want to play around evenly, you can play Zombie Stein as one of your Dragonar targets. My only problem with Zombie Stein is that very often you are emptying your hand in this deck. You will very rarely have cards in hand to end your turn on, and a lot of the time that's especially true if you plan on playing through Interruption like at all. So I find that Zombie Stein is dead more often than it's alive, which, haha, get it, it's a zombie. Point is, evenly matched Hurdy. I'm still workshopping a lot. Between individual card ratios and finding ways to play through interaction, I still have a long way to go before I feel like I'm finished with this build of Ogdoadic, but I mean, that's a good part of the fun with decks like this, right? Just trying to optimize everything. I'll be back sometime in the future with more Ogdo content, whether that's tomorrow or a month from now, I don't know. But sooner or later it'll happen. Alright, so